La 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 la. We are live. All right, I'm going to give this a couple seconds to process. Cool, we're on YouTube. All right, hello everybody. Welcome to our webinar on coaching and what it's like to be part of Team Inspired Joy. I know that you are super, super busy and have a crazy life, so if you're watching this live, thanks for tuning in, and if you're watching the recording, thank you so much for taking some time out of your busy day to hang out with us. Super, super glad you're here, and I appreciate you. So my name is Anna Locke, and I am the founder of Inspired Joy, which is a coaching team of women, a Beachbody coaching team. And I've been a coach for almost 2 years now, and it's been an amazing journey. I'm just getting started. And I'm here today with two of the other coaches on our team, Allison and Amanda. So we're really excited to tell you a little bit more about what we do and share our stories so that you can get a better picture of whether or not coaching might be a good fit for you. So I'm going to attempt to share my screen and we'll get started. All right, and this always looks super crazy. Amanda and Allison, can you see my screen?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah? Cool. Do you see the webinar now?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
Yes.
All right, guys. So what is coaching with Team Inspire Joy? So here's a quick overview. I'm going to try and keep this webinar under an hour, hopefully closer to 45 minutes, but we have so much to share with you. So real quick, we are going to go through our personal stories. We're going to talk about what Beachbody is and why we are affiliated with Beachbody instead of just being solo health and wellness coaches. And we'll talk about what a coach does and what it's like to be part of our team in particular and how you can make the opportunity fit into your life and also what to expect as a new coach with Inspire Joy. So I love this quote. I'm a big quote junkie. This was my first quote when I signed up to coach. I just wanted to inspire people. I want someone to look at me and say, because of you, I didn't give up. That was my initial, and it still is my motivation for coaching. So a little bit about my story. Like I said, my name is Anna. I am 28 years old, and I live in Chicago with my husband, Ben, who you can see in the picture. And so I grew up completely sedentary, like this overachieving bookworm. I was not into sports, not into fitness. PE was the only subject that I got B's and C's in on my report card. Other than that, I was a straight A student. So I was super, super creative and imaginative growing up, but then since I was a good student, I assumed that I had to get a job that was stereotypical and successful. So I decided I wanted to be a doctor. So I went to college, realized I didn't want to be a doctor, went through a career crisis, ended up getting my master's degree in geography. Long story. So I went through all of the check boxes or the stepping stones that people tell us that we need to do in order to lead a happy and successful life. So I got my master's degree, I got married to my college sweetheart, and after a couple years of quarter life crisis, underemployment, failing to find a job, feeling worthless because I couldn't find anything that aligned with what I wanted to do because I didn't know what I wanted to do, I did end up finding a full-time job at a nonprofit zoo here in Chicago in their education department. So that's the bottom left. That was my first full-time job, and it was a fun job. It was fulfilling, but it wasn't me. And I started to kind of feel very frustrated and stuck with my life, like this is it. I always known that I was put on earth to make a difference in some way. And I always knew I was special, and just kind of like I know I'm meant to do big things and help people. And with my job, I just felt like I wasn't meeting my full potential. So around, those years, I started getting into health and fitness. I discovered the Tone It Up community, and I made a Tone It Up Instagram to document my food and workout check-ins. And through Tone It Up, I met a really great friend named Deidre, who was a Beachbody coach as well. And she told me I would make a great Beachbody coach too. And at first I was like, I don't know about that. I don't want to do this network marketing thing. I don't want to sell stuff. I don't know if it's for me. But the more research I did into the company and its mission, the more I really felt this call. It was, I don't know how to describe it as other than just like a literal physical calling on my heart. It was just like this restless energy that like God or the universe was pulling me to take this step. And I didn't know how. I didn't know how it was going to work out. I didn't know anything, but all I knew was that I was going to be miserable if I didn't at least give myself a shot. So the point that put me over the edge to sign up to be a coach was when Deidre was like, okay, Anna, you can keep giving free marketing to Karina and Katrina, the Tone It Up girls, on Instagram, because I was spending hours a day on Instagram and working out and inspiring others. Or you could do everything you're already doing, but take it a step further and do it for you and make your own business and just connect with women on such a deeper, more powerful level. And, you know, actually make money from being on Instagram and working out and sharing your passion. So that sold it for me. I was like, well, why not? So I started my Beachbody journey with the 21-Day Fix program 2 years ago. That's my before and after. I don't look like that after anymore. I'm kind of in between, but the 21-Day Fix changed my life because it taught me how to view food as fuel for energy rather than something I needed to restrict or feel guilty about. And so it helped me kind of overcome my emotional relationship with food, as well as helped me push my body through these workouts and gain so much inner strength I didn't even know I had. And so I dove straight into coaching, started running accountability groups, started sharing it with everyone, and kind of took off. And so 2 years later, I have a team, Inspire Joy. We have 135 women on our team. I feel like a leader. It is crazy, just everything that's happened. And now I am a full-time coach. I do this full-time. And it's my passion. It's my purpose. It's allowing me a creative outlet to share what I'm passionate about and pursue what makes me happy. So this last picture is my favorite picture of myself ever. It was taken last week. I went on this trip to Jamaica with the top leaders on the bigger coaching team we're part of, and I was painting because I was like, this is the perfect setting. I love painting. That's me. That's happiness. That is happiness. The girl on the left to the girl on the right is I wouldn't say a completely different person. I would say that coaching has shown me who I really am deep down and allowed me to peel away all the layers and all the walls and connect with my purpose and my joy. And it's been the most amazing thing ever. And so when we coach, we always try and be connected to our what we call the why, which is our reason why we coach. And so this is kind of a collage of my why. So I coach because I want freedom. I want to be in control of my own schedule. I want to be able to work from anywhere, which I can. And, like if you don't want to be a coach full time, you don't have to. You can totally do it part-time on the side as a hobby or as a part-time job if you work full-time. But I just knew this is what I wanted to do with my life. And another big part of my why is my husband, Ben. When I was working at the zoo in the education department with other women in their 20s and 30s, it was a nonprofit. We were not making a lot of money, but we were pouring our hearts into our jobs. And I was watching my coworkers get pregnant, have babies, and then they wouldn't be able to afford daycare in Chicago because it's so expensive. So they had to make the decision, well, do I keep working and pay my whole salary to have someone else raise my child, or do I quit and stay at home with my kid and figure out how to make it work? And it's just the most gut-wrenching, heartbreaking decision and situation to be in. And I just knew that, when we have kids someday, I don't want to even have to make that choice. I want to be able to stay home with my babies and raise them as well as contribute financially to my family. And I also want to give my husband Ben, he's a teacher right now. He's an amazing teacher in the inner city here in Chicago, helping junior high kids. And, I want him to be able to figure out what he's passionate about too. So I have big, big, big dreams and visions for my own coaching business. And finally, it's if when you want to go full time with something alternative like coaching, it's really hard and it's really scary to do something that's different. And so I love this quote. Normal is getting dressed in clothes that you buy for work, driving through traffic in a car that you're still paying for in order to get to a job that you need so you can pay for the clothes, car, and house that you leave empty all day in order to afford to live in it. Woo, like that's our definition of normal. So I don't want to be normal. I want to show women that it's okay to want a job that serves others and helps others and but also fills you up instead of drains you and stresses you out. And I want women to know that it is possible, not necessarily to have it all, but to be able to do it all, and balance it somehow and create a life by design, to create your dream life and your dream day. It is possible. It's not too good to be true. Life isn't perfect, but that doesn't mean that we can't be happy. So that's my mission. And so the reason why I will always be a Beachbody coach, someone asked me today, so what's your long-term vision? Like, are you always going to do Beachbody? Or are you going to like branch off? And I said, yeah, I'm going to be a Beachbody coach. I can see this for the rest of my life for sure. And I'm also, this year, I'm going to be pursuing my life coach certification, which I'm super excited to dig deeper into life coaching. But I'm always going to be a Beachbody coach because of the community. That's what we do as coaches. We build community and we serve others by showing them the way. And just the friendships that I've been able to make and the team that we are creating together is so, so, so powerful, because you can help others. You don't have to be a coach to help people. You can help people for free. You can inspire people. But what's so powerful about Beachbody is that you're an independent coach, so you do work for yourself, but you are part of a team. And so your message isn't just coming from you. Your message is magnified and amplified by all of the other people on your team. And so it's kind of like, I think of it as like we're each a spark of light. And so when a spark of light lights another spark of light, it doesn't lose any of its energy, but it magnifies and it doubles its energy and its light. And so if we can just take our own light and use it to illuminate other people and treat ourselves like mirrors to reflect the brilliance of everyone else and just pass on the light, that is how you make a movement. So it's worth it. It's worth taking a leap of faith on yourself. All right, so now I'm going to try to exit. So I'm going to start with Allison. All right, am I back?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so I'm going to bring on Miss Allison. So I'm going to present you to everyone.
Okay.
And then I'm going to ask you a couple questions. So
Okay.
So first of all, Allison, tell us a little bit about who you are and a little bit about like your background and your story.
Okay. So like why I became a coach? Or just...
Yeah, like what brought you to this point?
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm a mom. I'm a mom to 4 kids, ages 10, 8, 6, and 3. And I knew after the birth of my 4th that I wanted to get in the best shape of my life. And I knew that I wanted to have the energy to be able to keep up with my kids. And long story short, but I ended up losing about 45, 50 pounds. And I had all these women asking me what I was doing, and um, I knew that I kind of had a desire to help women find their confidence again. And a little bit of background, my degree was in marriage and family therapy, and I've always had a passion for counseling. I thought I wanted to be a counselor. And a month before, sorry, I'm kind of losing my voice. A month before classes started, for my master's, I had decided that I wanted to have kids instead. I wanted to start a family because I knew that in my program I wasn't going to be able to have kids, and I knew that kids was my first priority. And so I ended up having these four amazing kids, but in the back of my mind, I always kind of sort of regretted not pursuing my degree in counseling. And it sort of bothered me. I didn't regret having my family by any means, but it kind of bothered me because I thought this was such a big part of me. And I feel like I might get emotional about this, but I I stumbled across Anna, and one, I felt like she was me, just younger. Like it was like I felt like she was in my brain. But and I kind of stumbled across the Beachbody community in general and this idea of coaching, and it was like I knew, oh my gosh, why am I
Let it go,
crying?
girl. This is
I
what we need.
knew that this was like my answer. This is what I could do. I knew that I wanted to help people and to help try to make a difference. But actually, counseling, I didn't really want to hear people's marital problems because I had my own. So, and yeah, I guess, and the other thing, people have asked me, why don't, you kind of brought this up, Anna, but like, why don't I just pursue health and wellness coaching outside of Beachbody? And the answer to that for me is super easy. One, I'm obsessed with Shakeology, and I love the health benefits of it, and so I feel like I kind of want to get that into the hands of everyone I know. But also the community. It's like to have this group of women and this team that like we're all different, yet we're all so similar and so supportive. Um, and to have these women that I feel like we're building each other up and um, yeah, just like inspiring each other every day. And as far as my love, sorry, this might be going beyond what you had asked, but why I love Team Inspire Joy is you are hooked up. Like I feel like I've never felt like coaching to me seemed a little bit like, how do I do this? How do I run groups? How am I like, and it was like there is an answer for everything and you are never alone. So I just love the support and the community.
Ah, and I
Does
love
that answer?
you. You're awesome. So, um, what is your favorite thing about coaching?
Um, well, it kind of depends on the day. With that, I think my favorite thing about coaching is really number one, seeing the confidence in women when it finally clicks for them, when they realize that they can do this and that they found their confidence again. That's huge. Like when I get a text message, I got one today saying, kind of like yours that you had pulled up there, that you've changed my life, and I feel like I finally found something that clicked. And it's like, yes, that is exactly why I do what I do.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what's your vision for the next, I don't know, like 5, 10 years? What do you want to do?
What do I want to do?
Yeah.
Like
Where
with
do you,
coaching?
yeah, what's your coaching vision? Sorry I'm totally putting her on the spot, you guys.
Yeah, I didn't know she was going to ask me this. My vision. Well, continually, I love running groups. I love running challenge groups. But a recent love of mine is helping other women realize the potential in coaching. It's kind
Mm,
of honestly something, and I've talked to Anna about this. It's not something that I really had a desire to do. I was like, well, I want to be a coach. I want to be a good coach, but I don't really care necessarily about bringing other people into coaching, but it is so amazing, and the potential, whether it's financial or emotional or physical, there's so much potential. And so, yeah, so I have a desire to continually strive to help women, both in my challenge groups, but also to help women find their passion with coaching.
Oh my gosh. Love it. You're gonna explode. Can't wait. Yeah, and how long have you been a coach? I guess I should have asked that earlier.
Let's see, I signed up, I think, at the end of March last year, so
Yeah, so
almost a
less
year.
than a year. Yeah, less than a
Yeah.
year. That's crazy what you've been able to achieve. And did you have any doubts or hesitations before you signed up, or did you know that?
So many. I had a lot of doubts. I mean, the multi-level marketing, honestly, I have like gotten involved with so many multi-level marketing stuff that my husband was like, "Really? Are you kidding me? Like, are you really gonna pursue this?" And I was like, "Well, this feels different. It doesn't feel, I don't know." And so yeah, I mean, that was my probably my biggest number one doubt was the multi-level marketing side of things, which now I think is awesome. But it was a huge doubt. It was a huge
Yeah.
doubt for me.
What do you think is awesome about it?
Um, well, just that we can kind of what's the other we raise the tide. What's the like the ship?
Oh yeah, a rising tide lifts all ships.
Yeah. So I love that we can rise together and we all benefit from it. And the well, one, the financial benefits through multi-level marketing can never be accomplished on my
Hmm.
own.
Yeah, yeah. All right, and then one last question. What advice would you have given yourself back when you were first thinking about signing up?
If you feel it in your gut, if there is like any ounce of, and I'm gonna get emotional again,
Do
if there's
it.
any ounce that you feel like this is maybe something that you want to do, go for it. Because really, one, you probably are meant to do it, but two, you have nothing to lose. It's not like we have huge startup fees or anything like that. It's like just jump in, trust your gut.
Hmm. Yeah, love it. Is there anything else you want to add?
I don't think so.
Uh, Thanks so much for sharing your story, Allison.
Welcome.
All right, now, can you top that, Amanda?
We'll
Okay.
try.
Oh, whatever.
What we do too is every a couple times a month we'll have a weekly video chat where we'll all get on a video chat, and it's like our version of like a conference calls. We just all get on at night and like share share our stories and our vision and our struggles. All right, I'm gonna bring Amanda up. All right, I think you're up, girl.
Hey.
So how long have you been a coach?
I am super new to this. So I've been coaching since just before American Thanksgiving. So, what, like 2 months now, really?
Yeah, so this is
Yeah.
cool because I've been coaching almost 2 years in February. Allison's been coaching almost 1 year, and
Yeah.
you're like 2 months.
I'm
So
newbie on the block, you know?
yeah, so I feel like you're a great example of, people are always like, oh, how can I see that you can do this, but like, how am I supposed to do this? So tell us a little bit about your story and background.
Yeah. So I am originally from Canada. I grew up in Toronto and went to like a super academic high school and kind of thought that I needed to like go down, your typical lawyer or doctor path. Both my parents are, my mom's a lawyer, my dad's in business. So it just kind of seemed like the natural progression of my life. But I was super into theater like as a side hobby all through like my whole life since I was 6, and all through high school. And I have amazing parents, and they sat me down and they sort of said, do you really want to go and do an English major, or do you want to pursue something you love? And so I like took a crazy like path change, I guess, at the end of high school, and I took a gap year and decided that I would, audition for a bunch of programs, and if I got into acting school, that I would go. So I did. So I went to a 4-year musical theater conservatory program in Chicago, and that's how I moved to the United States, and I've been here ever since. And so yeah, I'm an actor. Like that's my thing. And I've been out of school now for 3 years, and I just got married. But like as an actor, life is kind of not always easy, and financially super unstable. And so I'd been looking to find, you know, a day job that not only, you know, helped pay the bills, but also, you know, was something I was passionate about. And so for a long time, I was just doing anything I could get my hands on, and a lot of that ended up being nannying. And while, you know, I love kids and I love getting to spend time with them, you know, my life's passion is not to nanny other people's children, you know, like that's just not what I want to do. And so like Anna, I got into Tone It Up kind of at the end of my college years, and just like really decided to take control of my health. And it was a very bumpy journey. I went through some like big ups and downs, and like felt like I had, you know, like I built this Instagram, like a lot like your story actually, which is so bizarre. But anyways, I built this Instagram account to like keep me accountable because I didn't really have like friends who were super into that. And I was essentially like doing what, you know, the same thing that I am doing now. And so when I met Anna, and like stalked her from afar for a long ass time, and was sort of like, who is this girl? I love her. She's so authentic and just so real, and I want to be her friend. And so I just like asked her to coffee and was like, can you talk to me about what you're doing, because this seems amazing, but I don't know what it is, and it's weirding me out and all this stuff. And so we sat for coffee, and I was just like, okay, I love what you're saying, and I totally see this as a thing, but like, I mean, if there were any like large skeptics, I mean, Allison, I know you said you were a super skeptic, but holy cow, I like sat on this for months and months and months, because I knew that it was something I wanted to do. Like I'd been talking about, you know, getting my personal training certification, or, you know, doing teacher training for yoga or something health and fitness related, because I'm so passionate about it, and I'm so passionate about like bringing joy and bliss to other women's lives, because I know how impactful like getting my health together has been. And so I just like, but I sat on it for so long because it was so different than anything I'd ever seen before. And like I went into it thinking that this was like not a good thing, and I was super, super skeptical. Like holy crap, I was skeptical. But I eventually just said, you know, I did so much research. I like hours and hours and hours of research, and when I really did the digging on what this company stands for and the products they allow, and like the sense of community you get as soon as you join, I was like, I'm you know what, like screw life, I'm gonna do this because I owe it to myself to be a part of something incredible. And if it doesn't work out, then at least like I gave it a shot. And I'm so flippin' happy that I did. And I'm 2 months in, and I'm like never going back.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like I just rambled for like an hour.
That was amazing. So I know, so yeah, I talked to her in the summers when we had coffee, and then it was like almost December by the time you signed up. So
yeah.
What were some of your biggest doubts?
For me, like I was super concerned about being salesy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that was my big thing, is I did not want to be like selling a product and feeling really just like disingenuous with how I was operating, because I'm like very brutally honest. I'm really just like, this is what you see is what you get kind of person. So I didn't want, you know, I don't know, I just didn't want people to think that I was like just coming into their life to just, you know, like sell them this product. And like, how do you do that in an authentic way? But, you know, so yeah, that was my biggest like worry, I guess. But it's like, I'm like, I don't even know why I had that concern now.
Yeah, so how, that's like everyone's biggest concern too, because that was mine too. It's like I don't want to come across as like another, you know, because there's so many people on Facebook and Instagram that are doing some sort of direct sales, and it's, you know, it can be salesy.
Yeah.
So how do you get around that? And so how do you not feel salesy?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me is like joining Team Inspired Joy was a big part of how I got around that, because this team is different. Like, we are filled with some of the most genuine, authentic, like beautiful souls, and it's like, it's not about like pushing yourself on people or being like, you know, I'm gonna take a selfie, like, you know, in your face, because that's just not who I am. It's just being yourself and sharing that with other people. And so for me, I don't even see it as like I'm selling this person a product or I'm selling this person this. It's like saying, look, Shakeology, I've been drinking it for 2 months straight, and like it has changed every aspect of my life. Like, I had chronic eczema for my entire life, and it is gone, like gone. And I've never been able to do anything about it. I'm gonna cry just talking about that, but like, anyways, that's this whole side other thing. You know, I believe in these products. Like, I just am finishing the 21-day fix for my second time, and like, I finally have a true sense of like how to have a positive relationship with food, and like, I'm feeling stronger and more in my body than I ever have. Like, I believe in what it is that I'm selling, you know, like I'm living it, and it's my story. And so people are just going to naturally gravitate towards that, you know, if they also want to be a part of that and share in it with you.
Boom.
Boom.
Drop. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And you've only been coaching for 2 months. I can't even wait to see where you go from here. So if you could go back 2 months ago, knowing what you know now, on the other side, if you go back to where you were when you were still thinking about coaching, what would you tell the old Amanda?
I would just tell myself, like, you are worth it. Like, I used to not think I was good enough to do something like this, or I don't know yet that I was enough. And I just think, like, I would have said, hey, like, you are worth this decision. The worst thing that can happen in your life with this is that you meet some amazing women who will become your best friends with like the snap of your fingers. You will get yourself in incredible shape and like take control of your health. Like, if that is not something that is positive and uplifting and the best thing you can do for yourself, I don't know what is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, basically we could end the webinar right now. So do you have anything else that you want to add?
I think just like if you're actually, you know, if you're listening to this and you've had it in your gut, like, trust it. Just trust your gut, like, because it is seriously the best thing I have ever done for myself. And I have family and friends who, you know, are coming to me every single day and being like, Amanda, your entire aura, your energy is just like so different, and just like you seem like the happiest person on the planet right now. And it's because I am. Like, I'm so fulfilled every single day. And it's not easy all the time, but it's so rewarding, and like, I just feel like I'm constantly on cloud 9 because I finally have found like my calling. I'm like, I don't know how else to put it, but if you have that gut, if you have that like, this seems right, this feels good, like, just do it. Just flip and do it. And that's it.
Yeah, and I love how you guys talk about the community and like what you're a part of with Inspire Joy. That's what is really hard for me to figure out how to explain, and how to just take this like ball of love and light and warm fuzzies that's like in my heart when I'm around you guys, and like transfer that into, I don't know, into words. But like attracts like. So this is the magic of community, and how, how we're very different, but we're so fundamentally similar. And if you're watching this webinar and you're like, oh my gosh, like that, she's just like me. Yeah, that's because when you start to put your authentic self out there, and when you start to, not be afraid of what other people think or how other people are going to judge you, when you break down the masks that you wear, you will start to open your heart to so much connection, and you will attract women who are just like you, who have that same spirit. This is hilarious. So this is just like a symbol of like our team, but so we have some of our other coaches watching right now, and I'm getting, my phone's blowing up with like messages like Allison was awesome, and Hannah just said holy F bomb Amanda. It's like, this is it. This is like, we cheer each other on, and you're never alone. So
It's like you have instant soul sisters.
Yeah,
which is
it's
an unreal thing, especially at our age, like meeting people. I feel like it's so hard that like meeting, people of like other women. It's like you're trying to like date friends. It's so weird. And in this, you just have like an instant pool of beautiful people that are like there to support you from the get-go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're all on our different journeys, and we all come from different backgrounds. We are all different lifestyles. Some of us are moms, some of us work full time, some of us are creative entrepreneurs, but we're all doing this journey together. So that is the most powerful thing. All right, so that being said, let me see. I'm going to go back to me. My sparkle cave. Okay, so I'm going to bring up the slides. So now, if you're watching this webinar and you're like, okay, I'm good, sign me up, feel free to reach out to the coach who invited you or sent you this link, and you can set up a time to chat with them. If you are like me and like to know what you're getting into and like to know all the information and all the details, I'm going to go back to the slides, and I'm going to run through the details and the nitty-gritty of what coaching actually is. So let me see. Screen share again. Okay, so we are, as independent Team Beachbody coaches, we do not work for Beachbody. We are independent. We're kind of like, I guess you could say, affiliates. But this is the cool thing, because we do our own thing, and we can take our own coaching businesses in whatever direction, whatever personal brand we want. But we're always connected like an umbilical cord, kind of, to the foundation of Beachbody, which is a at-home health and fitness company that puts out world-class fitness programs and the most amazing nutritional products and supplements that are actually real food. I know there's a lot of other companies out there that do shakes and weight loss stuff, and like quick fixes, but what drew me to Beachbody is because this is about the real thing. This is about taking care of your health from the inside out. So eating right, doing the work. It's about like putting in the actual work to change your own life. It's not about the quick fixes. So we're affiliated with all of these products. Shakeology has also changed my life. I've been drinking it every day for almost 2 years, and I've only been sick twice. Once was because I stopped drinking it because I was traveling overseas, and the second time was last fall because I was going through like the holidays and a bunch of personal crap. But still, it's changed my entire health, my energy. And these fitness programs are just so much fun, and they work. So we are affiliated with this world-class brand. And here's another reason. We've talked about this already, but the mission of Beachbody is to help people achieve their goals and live healthy, fulfilling lives. That is the mission. It's a very, very values-based, mission-driven organization. And it's all about helping others and then rewarding you for helping others. So basically, the more people you can help, the more successful your business is going to be. And this is a screenshot from last year's Coach Summit in Nashville in the football stadium there. And this is on stage is Carl Deichler, the CEO of Beachbody. who I would follow this man into off a cliff. Like his vision and mission is so compelling, and he's just a really great guy. But he had this slide because one of my hesitations too is like, oh, I don't want to be part of multi-level marketing because for some reason I have like a negative connotation of that. I don't know why. But he redefined our structure as a multi-level helping MLH, where each one who is helped has the honor of helping the next. So it's not just about making sales. It's not just about making money and like growing your organization. It's about truly helping and paying it forward and making a difference in someone's life. So the goal, the big picture goal of Beachbody is to end the trend of obesity in America. And we do this by promoting healthy, sustainable lifestyle changes in fitness and nutrition. So no quick fixes here. It's an epidemic, and you can't just cure it with a magic pill. So this is the long-term vision. Beachbody's not going anywhere. This company did over $1 billion in revenue last year. It's growing exponentially because everyone wants to lose weight, and everyone needs to lose weight. And when you don't need to lose weight, like you need to be healthy. And so this is why I love being a Beachbody coach, because I'm connected to this bigger movement. And so I can be part of something that's so much bigger than myself, but I can also do that by being myself. So it's just amazing. So what makes us unique? So we're a combination of fitness, nutrition, peer support, and rewards. And this is like a combo of basically success. The products are amazing. If you have never tried Shakeology, reach out to your coach and we can hook you up. It will transform your health, I guarantee. It is delicious. It's not a protein shake. It has protein in it, but it is a complete nutrient-dense supplement that you can use as a meal replacement or you can use as a snack. And it's made of all whole foods, no artificial sugars or sweeteners, no artificial fillers, no soy, no junk. And these are the ingredients, you guys. This is a picture of the over 70 different superfoods that are sourced from local farmers, sustainably sourced all over the globe. And these superfoods are dehydrated and pulverized into powder, and that's what Shakeology is. It is basically like pulverized gold that you blend up into something that tastes like a milkshake. It's just the best. You have to try it. And there's a lot of flavors. So if you try it and you're like, ew, you just have to try it. You just have to try another flavor until you find your special flavor. My favorite's vegan chocolate. We also just came out with cafe latte, which is like a coffee flavor, but it doesn't have caffeine because it's made from the coffee fruit. So I'm definitely going to get that next time. What are your guys' favorite Shakeology flavors?
I like the chocolate vegan too, but I have a huge sweet tooth, and that has like completely curbed all my cravings because of it. So
yeah.
My latest favorite is half vegan chocolate, half vanilla. It's like divine.
Oh, really? Ooh. Fancy.
Really
to try that. All right. So what is a coach exactly? So I know this turns a lot of people off because you think, a coach? I can't be a coach. I can't do that. I'm busy. I don't want to work. I don't want to, how am I going to help people? But, the word coach basically just means someone who encourages someone else. It's like a football coach or like a sports coach. You're just cheering people on. And so a coach, you do not have to be a fitness or nutrition expert because we work with these programs that were designed by fitness and nutrition experts. So we don't make meal plans. We hook people up with meal plans that have been designed by experts. You do not have to be at your health and fitness goals because it's more inspiring to watch someone who's in the middle of their journey. You don't have to be an experienced salesperson. No. All you have to do is you should share how people can change their lives and achieve their goals. You have to be committed to being proof the products work. So you do have to be working out, drinking Shakeology, working on yourself, and constantly improving and developing yourself. So you have to be committed to doing the work on yourself and then just sharing that journey and inspiring other people and inviting other people to join you and building a community through that. So this is kind of a trifecta picture of what we do. There's these things called the 3 vital behaviors that this is all you have to do as a coach. We do personal development. We're always working on our personal growth. We do the workout programs and get results. You don't have to only do Beachbody programs. You can do other workouts, but you do have to be able to show the products work. And we run online accountability groups that we call challenge groups. So we invite people to join us on our journey. And then we facilitate these. Mainly we use Facebook and set up a private group through Facebook for a group of people who also want to do a Beachbody program and work on their goals. And so you can do groups that are based on Beachbody programs, or you could just do groups for free, for fun. And this is the best part, is you can take what you're passionate about and build your personal coaching brand around that, even if it's not even health or fitness. Like, I know coaches who do self-love groups. I personally love doing personal development groups. My friend Kelly does marriage boot camps and like conscious parenting groups. So just you take what lights you up and you share that with other people. Okay, wait, do I have to sell stuff? Yeah, this is the sales question. So we don't just sell stuff, we provide solutions to help others successfully achieve their goals. So we build relationships. This is definitely a people first business. And so you don't have to be an extrovert. I'm a total introvert, but you do have to care about helping other people. You have to be able to dig deep and build relationships with people and get to know them and really help them dig deep into their goals. And then we match them with solutions, whether it's Shakeology or a fitness program or an accountability group or support. We match them with things that will help them achieve their goals. So it's not selling as much as it's sharing and building relationships and encouraging. And this is like a screenshot of some of the Inspire Joy coaches who have blogs, some of our blogs. This is what I love about Beachbody personally, because I'm such a creative entrepreneur. Like, the Beachbody brand, let's face it, like, part of the hesitation about signing up to coach is because the Beachbody brand can be kind of cheesy and kind of like annoying, and the infomercials, like all that stuff. You know, that's the Beachbody brand. But when you're a coach, that's not your brand. You're free to create your personal brand because you want to be authentic and you want to be able to draw people in and connect with you, not connect with Beachbody. So we use social media to share our stories. And I know you might be thinking, oh, well, I only have a personal social media, or I'm never on Facebook, or where do I start? And, we all start at ground zero. Like, if you've never tried to run an online business before, yeah, you're not going to have a huge social media presence yet. We all have to start somewhere. But the awesome thing is that we have access to the most amazing trainings and courses and webinars that will teach you how to build an online business and how to use social media to share your story. So you just have to show up and plug yourself in. You do have to do the work, but the steps and the path is laid out right for you. And so how we coach is mainly, you can coach however you want. You can do one-on-one. What's most effective and fun is building these communities and doing these private groups. So here are some of the screenshots of some of our banners. We do monthly health and fitness groups, or we could do like clean eating groups. They can be 5 days. They can be, they can be 2 months. They don't necessarily have to revolve around a certain program, but they can. You can do like a 21-day fixed group. But you just form communities and invite people to join. And if you're looking at these and thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not a graphic designer, don't worry about that, because we'll also teach you how to use free graphic design things like PicMonkey and Canva to create graphics like this. And this is where you can completely unleash your creativity if you are super creative. And then what we do is we share our journeys. So these are some of the before and afters of coaches on our team and their results with Beachbody programs. So these programs work. And so we share our journeys, not just with fitness. Like, you do not have to be posting ab shots all over your social media if you don't want to. But you do need to be able to share your life, not just health and fitness, but, like, think of 5 or 6 topics that you're passionate about and just start sharing that. Just start putting yourself out there. And then personal development is huge. I could do a whole webinar just on this, but part of the reason why we hold ourselves back is because we don't believe in ourselves yet, because we're raised to feel like we're never good enough. Like, we always have to learn more, achieve more, do more in order to feel worthy of success. But really, we just need to do personal development and read books, listen to podcasts. These are some of my faves. This is my bookshelf. Because when you're trying to achieve something, whether it's losing weight, building a business, if you're not working on your emotional and mental growth and your inner transformation at the same time you're working on your outer transformation, you're never going to really feel successful, and you're never going to really be able to meet your true potential. So personal development is important so that you can become more self-aware. You can learn who you really are deep down underneath it all. And so you can also develop emotional resiliency so that the ups and downs of life don't affect you. And, I've been doing personal development for 2 years now, and I have just found so much peace and fulfillment and just self-discovery. I used to be so anxiety driven, even up until the last few months. I used to wake up in the morning and, my brain would turn on, and it's just like the chatter in my brain. It'd always be telling me you're not good enough, you need to do more, you're a failure, if you don't do this, if you don't, like, stop working, you're gonna fail. And all this like inner critic. We all have this inner critic in our mind that keeps us small and holds us down, but the first step in success and in being the person that you're meant to be is realizing that the inner critic and that mean girl inside your head does not define who you are. So shut her up, put her in the back seat, and follow your heart. So that's my mini. This is what you can expect when you're a part of our team, is my personal development sermons. All right, so here's a great visual of what you can do, different paths you can take as a Beachbody coach. So I used to love those. Do you ever read those Choose Your Own Adventure books?
Mm-hmm.
I used to love those. And so coaching is basically like choose your own adventure, because there are no requirements. There's no sales quotas. You don't have to stock inventory. You just have to commit to yourself. First and foremost, you need to commit to taking care of your body, mind, and spirit, and sharing your journey. Whether or not you ever sell any products or build a business or run challenges, like, that's totally not necessary. If you simply want to join our team because you want to surround yourself with a community of positive, uplifting women who have your back in all aspects of life, that is good enough. You just have to show up. So this diagram, these aren't official categories, but it's kind of a nice, if you're a visual person, you can sign up just for your own personal journey. You get 25% off Shakeology and programs. Or you could coach part-time, work full-time, love the products, share them with other people, maybe earn some extra income so you can earn back your own Shakeology, maybe make a few $100s a month to pay off your loans, or buy groceries, or pay off debt, or go on vacation. Or you can go all in, and you can take this opportunity and run and go for it and build a life of freedom. There is no limit to what you can achieve with this business. Even coaches that I know who've only been coaching for 3 or 4 years are making like insane, ridiculous amounts of money simply by helping other people and growing a team that's doing the same and paying it forward. It's crazy. So you might be thinking, oh, well, I don't have time for all of this. I'm so busy. I have a lot on my plate. Well, yeah, of course you have a lot on your plate. Because if you're watching this webinar, you're probably an overachiever. You're probably a helper, a provider, a caregiver, and you probably, bring your best to everything you do. And you probably say yes to too much stuff in life. So just think if you don't have time, you can always make time for the things that matter most. And this is something we also learn is time management and how to be more efficient and how to prioritize and how to only do the things that actually matter to us instead of filling our lives with junk and time wasters. So I don't have time for that is an excuse that your inner mean girl is telling you. And then I'm just like going through busting all the excuses right now. So this is one of my hesitations at first. I was like, well, this is like a pyramid thing. I didn't know what a pyramid scheme is. So a pyramid scheme is illegal. They don't exist. If Beachbody was a pyramid scheme, it would have been shut down years ago. A pyramid scheme is something where you just recruit people, but there's no products or services being exchanged. So you sign people up and promise them money, but then there's never any money. With Beachbody, we're exchanging both products and services. And so it's just it's an alternative business model. But is it really alternative? Yeah, it's shaped like a triangle because if you build a team, your team goes in like a bi-directional, two-legged thing. But it's the exact same shape as every other business out there, So the difference with a multi-level marketing business structure is that if you're never at the bottom. So like this typical CEO, manager, supervisor, employee pyramid, if you're an employee at the bottom, you got to fight your way to the top, and almost no one is ever going to be able to hit the top. But with Beachbody, you might be within an organization, but everyone is the CEO. Everyone has the same chance to make $1 million and make a full-time business, and you can surpass your sponsor. Just because you're below someone in the hierarchy doesn't mean that you're stuck there and you can never make more money. So I know this is kind of a complicated concept. So if you have any more questions on how it works, let me know. So another cool thing with coaching is the live events. So we have annual conferences and trips that we go to where we all hang out. It's basically like a giant girls trip. Super fun. We work out with the trainers and get inspired. And then the rewards are awesome. So we get a 25% commission plus a 25% discount. And we get bonuses. So this is how you make a residual income. You get bonuses from the top down, from the company when you grow a team. There's also trips that you can earn. So these are pictures from my most recent trip to Jamaica, as well as a Success Club trip to Cancun. So you can earn free trips if you want. And also, I think the most rewarding part is just all the personal growth and the learning and the constant challenge. You're constantly learning and growing. It's amazing. So when you decide to sign up to coach, it is very important to find a team that you click with, that you connect with, and to sign up under a sponsor, to be sponsored by a coach that you feel connected to, because it's kind of like having a realtor. You can only have one coach, just like you can only have one realtor. So you want to make sure that you feel good about the team that you're joining, because there are some teams out there with different values. So Inspire Joy values, we value empowerment, balance, courage, authenticity, happiness, success, confidence, passion, joy, being yourself. We're all about servant leadership, serving others as well as leading by example, and learning how to love ourselves, self-love, self-acceptance, being the best you. We have each other's back. So if I know a lot of coaches come to me and they're like, oh, well, you guys are seen different than other Beachbody coaches. Like, no, we're not different. We just have different values that probably click with you more. So there's no right or wrong way to do this, but this is what we are all about. So you can also search our team hashtag on Instagram, Team Inspired Joy. This will give you a good snapshot of our vibe. So we are creative, passionate about health, fitness. We are self-motivated and driven. You have to be self-motivated. You have to be a go-getter if you want to make a business out of coaching. You have to be driven by purpose, motivated by a challenge, and we're designing our lives. So you have to be willing to take ownership of your life and get out of victim mode. And you have to be willing to take action and actually do things. So here's another FAQ. So how do you earn money? So this is a snapshot. This is the numbers. Personally, I'm motivated by numbers and seeing what's possible. So I want to show you guys, this is my actual screenshots of my commission statements from my first week of coaching to up to like a year and a half in. This is not guaranteed. You know, everyone's journey is different. Some coaches earn a ton more money than me and grow faster. Most coaches grow slower. You know, like I went straight into team building. So you earn money at first. You can see the top number is retail commission. So that's the commission you get from when people order products through you, Shakeology and Challenge Packs. The great thing is you don't ever need to sell more in order to grow a business, because the real power is in this middle number down where it says bonus, team bonus, matching bonus. The bonuses is it's money that you get from Beachbody, from corporate, as a reward for your team's activity. So the more the more sales your whole team is making, the more you are rewarded back from the top down. So you're not making a cut from the coaches in your downline, in your organization. You do not make a cut of their money, because like I said before, everyone is their own CEO. But this is the relationship that we have with Beachbody as a company. So it's the top-down thing. So you can see my commissions never went up, but my team bonus started to grow. And so that is what starts to snowball and how your commissions grow. So it is possible to make money. I probably work my business about 20, 25 hours actively a week, although I'm always thinking about it like 24/7 because I'm obsessed. So this is just possibilities. So think about, like, what would you do with an extra $1,000 a week? $1,000 a week, you know? So this is like big picture, long term, because I've only been coaching for a couple of years. But this is my mentor, Chelsea Pearson. She is the leader of the bigger team that Inspire Joy is part of. So she's one of my friends. She's my business mentor. And this is what's possible if you go all in. This is her monthly coach income. So her first year of coaching, she's making like $1,000 a month, and look how it grows. This is real numbers. Team Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income. Each coach's income depends on her own efforts, diligence, and skill, blah, blah, blah. Read the fine print below. But you guys, this is possible. This is my friend Chelsea. I just hung out with her in Jamaica for a week. She's a normal girl. And it's crazy, this possibility when I say there's no limit to what you can achieve if you want to go all in and build a team. All right, so on the other flip side, how much does it cost? Coaching, all you have to do, your initial investment is ordering a challenge pack to get your first program with Shakeology as a bundle, which starts at $140, and that's your in. And then beyond that, all you have to do is order your own Shakeology. And so it ends up with your coaching fee, which the coaching fee is $15.95 US a month, which covers everything on the back end. So it covers shipping, it covers customer service, it covers your websites. It's kind of like I have an Etsy shop too. I pay Etsy fees and PayPal fees and business fees. Like, it takes care of all of that. So it ends up being around $117 roughly, depending on where you live, a month, including your own Shakeology, which is very, very easy to earn back if you're helping 2 or 3 people every month get connected with a program. So I love this quote, because you guys, you can't think about the money. You can't let money and the fear of like paying $100 a month hold you back, because your body is going to be around a lot longer than that expensive handbag or those yoga pants or that wine night. Like, invest in yourself. Take a really close, hard look at your budget and where you're spending money. And, we will teach you. It's not guaranteed that you will earn this money back, but we will teach you exactly what to do to earn an income with your business. So don't be afraid. Think about, what would you do? What would you do with your life if you weren't afraid? And then why are you holding yourself back? Worst case scenario, You know, you're connected to new friends, you focus on yourself, get in shape, and you grow on the inside. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. All right, so what to expect as a new coach with Inspired Joy? Like Allison said, we hook you up, girl. We have a new coach orientation group. You will get one-on-one mentorship from your sponsor. We have so many business trainings, social media trainings, weekly webinars and calls, membership in our team Facebook groups. We have a whole vault of resources. So we basically give you a business in a box. Whether or not you take advantage of all these resources is up to you. You are the one that has to plug in and do the work. But if you choose to plug in and do the work, you know, we will tell you what you need to do. All right, so we've made it to the end. Yay! So proud of you for sticking with it. So what now? If you have any questions, if you want to learn more, so reach out to the coach who invited you to this webinar. Let them know if you have any questions, and let them know what kind of coach you would want to be. Either discount coach, work on yourself first, hobby coach, or whether you're all in. And they will walk you through the sign-up process, and you will get plugged into our challenge group. And you will also be, this is how you get started as a new coach, is we will have you be an apprentice coach in your coach's next challenge group, so you can learn the ropes and see what it's all about. And if you do not have any background with Shakeology or with any Beachbody products and you want to try it out before you sign up to coach, that's totally fine too. You can sign up to be a member in your coach's next challenge group so you can get a feel for what we're all about. And finally, make your passion your paycheck. It is time to rise. There's nothing wrong with wanting to make money by sharing what brings you joy. I think that is the most powerful thing a woman can do, is to be able to provide for herself and her family by doing something that adds joy and value to others, as well as lights her up. So trust your gut. It knows what your head hasn't figured out yet. So again, thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to come back to you so you can see my face. And Amanda had to go. Allison's still up. Yeah, thank you again for watching this webinar. If you have any other questions or concerns, reach out to me, reach out to Allison, reach out to Amanda, or reach out to the coach who sent you the link to this video. And we would be so excited to welcome you into our team or into our next challenge. Now is your time. Let's make it a great year.